Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. And thank you for subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Check this out. I'm not bougie, y'all. I want to put this out there as a disclaimer before I even begin this wonderful podcast. Um, I'm not bougie. I'm a man. At least I like to think I'm a man of the people, all people, right? Um, but I'm not bougie, and I don't do bougie people. Um, I think I'm not gonna say I think. I know that I've always felt this way, but like it really, really, really became evident um a couple of weeks ago. Had a scenario, and I'll tell you about it in just a second. But no, I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not bougie. I'm not, I'm someone who I think can, you know, kick it with just about anybody, with the exception of bougie people, right? So let's go back. Um, my wife and I, as well as our entire family, we belong to a social organization, right? It's a family organization. I'm not going to name it because it's none of your business. But anyway, uh, so we're a part of this organization or whatever. I remember when my wife came to me and she talked to me about, joining this organization. I didn't know much about it. I'd heard the name before a gazillion times. And I was like, yeah, well, whatever. But if you know Sharice is Sharice is my wife, by the way. She's very persistent. So, she talked to me about it. I was like, all right, it's whatever. Let's do it. And she told me about the process or whatever. So, um, I remember we had to go to an event. And it was going to be some people from this particular organization at this event. And the event was at, where was it at? I can't remember the name of the spot. Um, anyway, it was at this upscale spot or whatever in the city of Atlanta where we live. And, I was a little apprehensive about going because, like, these little bougie events, I guess let me back up. I had preconceived notions about this organization being a bougie organization. And I'm not bougie, right? I like to kick it with everybody. But anyway, long story short, so we go to this event, and the event was cool. Met a couple people, and that was cool. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then we went to a black tie event. The black tie event, I thought was going to be real super. Because anytime you say black tie, like you thinking, okay. Because I mean, like now I got to get. I mean, for the other event that I just spoke of, I had to get dressed up, suited and booted, custom made from head to toe. But for this event, the black tie joint, you really got to get like black tie. Like, I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. But I did it anyway, and it was cool. It was cool. We had a good time. Saw some people that we knew there and everything, so that was cool. So we joined the organization. So, pandemic happens or whatever, so you're not really participating face to face or whatever like that. And so as things kind of lightened up, we're still in the pandemic. Don't get it twisted. But they started having more in-person things, right? So there was an event that they had with the kids, and I had to this particular. I think Sharice was out of town this weekend, and so I took kids to the event. I think it was an event for Skylar, our daughter. Skylar's 11, right, at the time of this recording. So I go to the event and standing outside, and I distinctly remember I had on some J's, some jeans, and I had on a black T-shirt that says in bold white letters, it says HBCUs versus everybody. Okay. Really dope shirt. I love that shirt. HBCUs versus everybody. HBCU stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. I graduated from one, that is South Carolina State University in Orangeburg, South Carolina, right? So if you see someone with a t-shirt on that says HBCUs versus everybody, it's safe to assume that, they attended an HBCU, right? So we're at this event. I walk up and I didn't even introduce myself. I said hello to one of the ladies and, a little small talk or whatever like that. So I was standing by myself. I was talking on I'm kind of texting on my phone or whatever. And this guy, I see him out the corner of my eye. He walks up. He's walking towards me. I was like, okay, let me just kind of put my phone away because he's probably looking for a conversation. And he says, he's like, hey, how are you? It's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And this is the conversation, y'all. And so he's like, man, I like that shirt. I was like, oh yeah, thank you, appreciate it, man, appreciate it. I said, it's a favorite shirt, one of my favorite shirts. And so he goes, HBCUs, huh? So which HBCU did you attend? And I said, I graduated from South Carolina State University. And because he said attend, I didn't be clear. I didn't want him to think that I just attended South Carolina State. I graduated, bro. 5.5 years. Check it. Anyway. And so he says, oh yeah, okay, that's what's up. That's cool. Yeah, I've heard of that. I went to Morehouse. Okay. Okay, you went to Morehouse. Okay, cool. It's good. I said, yeah, that's what's up. It's a great school. And then he proceeds, yeah, I was in my class and, we had a lot of people in our class and he started naming some people. He's like, what year did you graduate? I was like, I graduated in 96. He graduated in 97. So he asked me if I knew somebody at Morehouse. I was like, no, I don't. I know people that graduated from Morehouse, but it wouldn't have been when he was there. They were either before or after. Anyway. So then he says, so what do you do for a living? What? So I was like, I work. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, that's what's up. He was like, yeah, I have my own architectural firm and blah, 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 blah. I got an office in Midtown and blah, 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 blah. That's exactly what it sounded like, because at that point, I didn't want to hear anything that he had to say. Here's my thing. He came off to me as very bougie. First and foremost, bro, I didn't ask you where you went to school. Okay, so you saw my shirt. Okay, so that's a conversation piece. That's an introductory piece for us to start talking. Okay, cool. That's cool. I got no problem. We could talk HBCUs all day. Anybody that knows me or even listens to this podcast knows how much I love and represents HBCUs. So that's that could be a conversation piece, right? But where I work and what I do isn't important. Because here's the thing, when people ask you, where do you work or what do you do for a living? My thing is in a way, in some way, shape or form, they're trying to see like where you are tax wise, I guess. I don't know. Here's the thing about me. Most people that I know, I'll be honest, I don't know where they work. You guys have heard my man Eclectic on here. I don't know where Eclectic works. I never asked him where he works. I know wherever he works is somewhere in DC. And he makes a lot of money, but that's beside the point. Shout out to E. King Germ, my man from the Frocast. He makes a ton of money. And it's only because he flaunts his money everywhere and spends money like crazy. I mean, that's my boy Frocast. Shout out to Frocast. Check out their podcast every Friday. But I don't know where King Germ works. I just know he has a lot of money. But my friends, my close personal friends, like my boys that I've grown up with, I don't know where they work and what they do for a living. I really don't. Like my boy Zell, he's an architect. I know where he works, but My boy Jay Fresh, I don't know where he works. I can tell you what he lives in Long Beach, and he works somewhere in Hollywood. And that's all I can tell you. I don't know. I don't know. And it doesn't matter. I said all that to say this. Even some of my closest friends, I don't know where they work. I remotely know what they do for a living or somewhere roundabout. Like Eclectic. He's an engineer. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he engineers on. He might be an aerospace engineer. Who knows? I don't know. And I don't care. And most people don't know what I do. I mean, I don't think I've ever said on this podcast what I do and where I work. Not that it even matters. I'm not ashamed of where I work, but I'm not giving you that kind of information. And what do you want to know it for anyway? But that's what bougie people do. Like, they ask you where you work and what you do for a living and if you like it. Who cares? Why do you care if I like my job or not? I literally just met you 5 minutes ago, dude. See, I'm the type of person, I really can kick it and can hang and can have a conversation with anybody. It doesn't matter if you're the kid at the grocery store that's bagging groceries or the CEO of a major Fortune 500 company. I can have a conversation with I can have a conversation with a bum. You know, brothers under management. Yeah, I can have a conversation with a bum. And I have, and I do from time to time. If I have time, if they ask me and, start talking, I'll talk. But I don't do bougie folks, man. I just don't. And this dude was so bougie, man. It was like, oh man, I just wanted to just like slap him, like, bro, like you trying to, you don't have to impress me. We're here in the same organization. And I know, I get it. My wife, she tells me all the time, well, it's, sometimes you need to know where people do and stuff like that because you never know, they could be a resource and such. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. Like, I don't care where you work. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much money you make, because guess what? If you make $500,000 a year, guess how much of that can I spend? Zero on the strength. Shout out to Al B. But I mean, come on, man. No. I mean, one of my best friends, my man Clark. Clark's a teacher. He's one of the few people I can tell you exactly what he does and exactly where he teaches at. That's about it. But Mo, my boy Mo, you guys heard him on here. I don't know where Mo works. I don't even know what Mo does for a living. He's in pharmaceutical sales. That's all I can tell you. And I'm not telling you something that's top secret, but I'm just running off the list of friends. Okay, my friend Dr. Jamel, you've heard on here, come on here talk about COVID. She's a doctor, a pediatrician. I don't know where she works, but she likes being a pediatrician. She's one of my best friends. But my point is saying that, like, I don't care. Most of you who listen to this podcast and you talk to me on social media, I don't know where any of you work. I don't know what you do for a living. And you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop me from kicking it with you on Twitter, on IG, on Facebook, or wherever. So it doesn't matter. But I can't do bougie people. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what I do, where I work is not important. It's just not. I like nice things. I don't spend a lot of money. You could call me frugal. You could call me cheap, if you will. But I don't. I spend money on stuff that I like. I'm not gonna go. Buy some. I'm not gonna go buy a Gucci belt. I don't even wear Gucci. I would never wear Gucci. No, never. But and there's no knock on anybody that does. But I don't do the bougie thing now. And I know what you're saying. You're probably laughing and you're looking at this because if you look at the cover art, you see a picture of me with a cigar, and I'm smoking a cigar, and there's like the bluest of oceans behind me. That picture was taken like 11 years ago. Yeah, it was 11 years ago because Sharice was pregnant with Skylar. Almost 12 years ago. So yeah, we were in Jamaica. We went down there for a wedding, for my boy Russ and Lisa's wedding renewal. And no. No, so don't get it twisted. Don't let the picture make you think I'm bougie. I'm not bougie at all. I'm not bad and bougie either. But no, I mean, I like things just like everybody else. I like cool stuff. I like to go to cool restaurants. I like good food. I like good wine when I drink it. When I drink wine, I mean, I don't drink a lot, but yeah, Now I will say this. As I've gotten older, there are certain places that maybe I would have gone when I was younger that I won't go anymore. I mean, like, if going to a hood club is bougie, if not going to a hood club is bougie, then I'm bougie. Because I'm not going to any clubs at this point. And I'm definitely not going to any hood clubs. Come on, man. What I look like? I mean, I will say, I did have a good time in the short time that I was in Club 559. I feared for my life, but it's pretty good groove. Pretty good groove. No lie. But nah, I mean, like, it's some things I'm just not going to do. So, yeah, if it's being in the hood, I might drive through the hood. And if I know somebody in the hood, that's a different story. I really have no reason to be in the hood because nobody that I know live in the hood no more. So there's really no need for me to go to the hood. So if that's bougie, then I guess I am. But I'm not bougie. Like I said, I like nice things. I like the clothes that I wear. I don't necessarily have to have designer clothes. No shade on any of you that do. I like the clothes. I think I can put my gear together pretty cool. I like Jordans. I mean, who don't? Greatest player of all time. I got a couple pair. But that's not bougie. But no, there's some places that I'm just not gonna go. I'm just not. And if that makes me bougie, that's fine. But I'm not bougie. But I said all that to say this. Like, I cannot entertain a conversation with a bougie person. And my apprehension upon going into this social organization was that it would be filled with bougie people. So much to my surprise, I haven't come across, other than him, I haven't come across anybody bougie in the organization. I haven't been to a whole lot of organizational meetings and functions, but that'll change a little bit, particularly as time goes on. But nah, man, I'm not. I can't do it, man. I can't do it, and I can't be fake and phony around people. I don't mind small talk, but I can't do the small talk where we're just talking just to be talking. No, if you're talking to me, I want to have a conversation with you. But if you're not talking to me, then we really don't have anything to talk about. I mean, it's just that simple. And I mean, like, I'm not above talking to anyone who makes more money than me. I'm not above talking to anybody who makes less money than me. I don't care about. I mean, because money's gonna come and go. It's a relative thing. It really is when you think about it. Because here's the thing: I don't care how much money you make, you can't take it with you when you go. And we all gonna tap out of here at some point. Hopefully, long time from now for every one of us. But when that time comes, they haven't found a way to take the money that you made on this earth with you to heaven or hell. For those of you that believe in heaven or hell, some of you probably don't. But even if you believe in being reincarnated, there's no way for you to take your $75 with you back into reincarnation. Or maybe it is. Maybe you believe that you can take the money that you make and your material possessions with you. I don't think that you can. At least I haven't seen it. From all the people that I know that have passed on, I haven't seen anybody be able to take anything with them. Last time I checked, they got to leave everything behind. So no, I don't, I don't care about all that stuff. But it's that interaction just kind of made me make this podcast, because I was just like, really? I mean, like the whole Morehouse thing, and don't get, and it's no shade to Morehouse, because everybody I know from Morehouse is mad cool. Everybody. Shout out to Morehouse. But this dude, I was just like, man, where is your wife? Because somebody else needs to be talking to you. You don't need to be talking to me. And who knows? Maybe that's just one bad apple in the bunch. But it just left me with the idea of, okay, I got to talk about this on the podcast, because this is just, like I said, I'm not bougie. And again, I'm not above talking to people. But when you come at me like that, if you ask me, yo, so where you work? No, what do you do? No, what do you say? What do you do for a living? I work. I work hard. I'm pretty good at what I do. Actually, I'm pretty damn good at what I do. But I work. I don't work for myself. So, therein lies that. So whoever I work for, if they should so desire to get rid of me, guess what? I got to find another job. So I don't put too much stock into jobs. I like the job that I have. It's a pretty cool job. But I ain't married to it. So yeah, I don't know, man. Bougie black people. And I love black people. Y'all know I love my people. I'm pro-black like Craig Hodges. Right? I'm showing up at the White House in a dashiki, going to shake George Bush's hand. But no, I'm not with the fake shit. It's just I can't do it. And that dude was about as real as a $2 bill. I mean, and here's the funny thing, because we're in the same organization, I'm pretty sure I will see him again at some point. It might be, during the upcoming holiday party. I don't know. I have no idea. It may be at another function. Hopefully he'll be with his wife and I won't have to say anything to him. I might say what's up. I might give him a head fake. That's about it. But it won't be a lot of conversation. I can promise you that. Because really, from that day, we talked enough, and I really don't have any more needs to talk to him again. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out this edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. The podcast drops every Thursday at midnight. It's on all streaming platforms. Again, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.